So in this question, the question is set matrix 0. We are given a m cross n matrix. An element is 0, set its entire row 0 and column to 0. Do it in place. Well, straightforward m ins are probably a bad idea. Simple improvement uses O of n plus n space, but still not the best solution. Could you devise a constant space solution? So let's try to do it. To 0. Okay, so let's try to first check what we can do. What could be the brute force approach? If we will traverse through the matrix, we will say, okay, if element is 0, we will record the column I and we will record the column J. Okay, so just let me tell you. So what we will do is we have I rows and J column, right? I rows and J column. So we will what we will do is we'll just put all the ith rows, all the jth columns to 0. So for that, what we can do, the first approach that comes to my mind is while traversing the row. So like we have I rows, so I will make an array which will have the index 0 to I minus 1 and another array 2 which will be having index 0. What would I say that okay, if I find an element with the value 0, I will say and the element is I comma j, I will say that array 1 of I is 1, array of 2 of j is equals to 1. This particular row and the column must have all the values as 0, right? So what we'll do here, after doing this, after traversing through the entire matrix over here, the time complexity to traverse through entire matrix is O into m cross n. After traversing to the entire arrays, we have this completely updated two arrays, array comma array 2. What we will do here is that, okay, so we will just go, first we'll go by row wise. We will say, okay, we will traverse the matrix row wise. So if I say if the element row I is array of I equals to 1, it means that particular row must need to be set to 0. So I will fill that row with 0. And so all the required rows will be filled 0 after completing this row. After that, I will traverse through the column array, which is array 2, and check which rows must be set to 0 and set all the elements of it to the 0. So here we will be using 3 for loops. We will be using 3 for loops. Each loop will be of time complexity E of m cross n, where m is the number of rows, n is the number of rows. After doing it, if we analyze our space complexity, we have used an array which is of size n, and we have used an array which is of size n. Nothing else we didn't use anything else. So the space complexity we used is order of n plus n. So this is one of the approach. So let's try to build an in place algorithm so that it could be done in constant space. So let's try to think of it. So if I'm traversing the array, if I find an 0, This is a particular way. So this is the one of the way that we can do in this. So let's suppose in a matrix, while we are traversing in a row, we find that this element is 0. So for this, we will run a loop in that particular row and put all the elements to 0 and put all the values in that particular column to 0. Now we'll move to next row. And let's suppose this element. We'll put that column in that particular row. Right? So like for traversing the first week, we used arrows. This is the n. Then again we used some sort of walk. We are using this again and again in the time complexity. This could be running of functions. So let's see what the lead code solution. Okay, I will tell in place algorithm once again. So in place algorithm once again. So the in place algorithm says that in place algorithm says that traverse through all the rows what we'll do here. They find that an element is 0. What we'll do? We will just all the values and then continue. We'll break this loop. We will fill all the elements in that. And as soon as so let's see what we could have. Additional memory approach. If any cell of row has 0, we can record its row and column. All the cells of these recorded in column can be marked in 0 in the addition. There's a row set, there's a column set. Okay, so this is one of the approach. This is space complexities of m plus n as we know. But rather than using additional values to keep tracks, we use matrix itself as an indicator. The idea is that we can use the first cell of every row and column as a flag. This flag would determine whether row or column has been set to 0. This means for that cell, instead of going to m plus n cells, in setting we will just set the flag. These flags are used to later update the matrix. In the first cell, if the first cell is set to 0, then it means the row should be marked. The first cell of the column is set to 0, this means this should be marked. Okay, so they are just doing a bit fine algorithm. Again, it's more or less same. We will try to code it. So what we need to do is we will just say that it's length matrix I ij equals to 0. I equals to 0. Matrix j equals to 0. Okay. Now we have done this. We will traverse to the rows. This is done. Here we have just said this is done. After this we will iterate through the rows. I will just delete this. We are iterating through the rows, and I am saying that matrix I in the ith row, if the zero first element is equal to 0, then what you need to do, you need to just fill rs.fill matrix I, 0. Make all the elements 0. Right? Now we will iterate into the columns as well, because columns is as well necessary. Okay, so while iterate the columns, we will just shift to the size to the matrix 0, and we'll say, okay, we have taken the column, right? So we will just take the first row. Oh, sorry, my mistake. And here I'll be setting the column of the first row, ith row, and this is ith row, the first. Did I speak right? Yeah, I think I did. Didn't I? So yeah, here you can't use matrix, this thing. They say that if n matrix I equals to 0, what do we need to do? We will just I'm doing a bit of matrix dot n j plus plus, and I'll say that matrix it is simply yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I think that's okay. Let's check a code if okay, that seems nice. Let's try to run a code. Okay, we need to handle some minor code errors, and okay, I think rest is good. Oh god. I usually tend to write length spelling as these. I don't know why. Okay, this has been accepted. Let me submit the code. I think it must work. Oh. It's hard. Why is it so? Yeah. So why did I do that? I know. So okay, let's try. I have interest in length if matrix is 0. Okay, I found that 0. Okay, I did that, and then at the same time I updated this as well. There was again 0. So while there's a 0, so I updated this. There was no such element. So if this is only. I think that's good. And now if I do this, matrix 0 dot run matrix 0 I equals to what do I do? So I did this. Okay, let's check. So let's take a function. We'll take just copy paste the function so that we need not to write it again. Yes. Just one more thing here. This here. We paste this. I'm doing this so that it's easy to read, and then I will just copy the input. I never thought there would be an error over here. I told you there is a solution here. There is always. Okay, it seems fine. After this, it seems fine. Yeah. Okay, the first step it did this. The second step. Okay. I got the issue, right? Did you? It just turns out to 0. Yes, let's understand the code. So there was some error before. I just declared two variables, is column and is row. So basically this will initially check whether my row or my column has contained a 0 or not. I'm doing it for the first row and the first column because if I initially use them as a 0, then I will get an entire matrix as a 0. There is a chance of that. So what we will do, if there is a 0 exists in first row, I will put is row is equals to 2. And if the 0 exists in the first column, then I will put is column is equals to 2. Apart from that, we have just updating our previous values. So like if we find the 0 in any cell of the matrix, we will just update the first cell of the row and the first cell of the column to the 0. Now here we are starting with the second row basically because int I is equals to 1. So we are starting with the second row. We are checking that if it is 0, then I'll just put it as 0. Okay, fine. And then I am starting with the first column and checking that why I'm not doing it for the first row. Let's suppose the first row contains a 0. I will put all the zeros in the first row, and then by filling up the columns, I will find that the first cell of each column has already a 0. So the entire matrix will become 0 then. So I have to refrain from that. So I will just put I will just start from the second row, then the second cell of each column. We'll check whether it's possible or not. If it's possible, then it. Now, if I put a condition, if my first row contained a zero, I need to fill zeros in my first row. If my first column contained a zero, I will need to submit this code. See, I have just accepted. So yeah, the one thing I need to show you that it says that my codes run in 84 milliseconds. And it says that it runs in 1 millisecond. So basically, this is not a parameter for judging your delta. Let's end this session now.